Hello friends, let us now learn the one table, okay, type of porphyria and the enzyme involved. So if you see in acute intermittent porphyria, the enzyme involved is uroporphyrinogen 1 synthase, which is also called as porphobilinogen D aminase, or which is also called as HMB synthase. Then if you were asked about the congenital erythropoietic porphyria, this is due to the deficiency of the enzyme uroporphyrinogen 3 synthase. Deficiency causes congenital erythropoietic porphyria. Then if you were asked what will porphyria cutanea tarda, porphyria cutanea tarda is caused by the deficiency of uroporphyrinogen decarboxylase. Then if you were asked which enzyme deficiency causes hereditary coproporphyria. Hereditary coproporphyria is caused by the deficiency of enzyme coproporphyrinogen oxidase. If you were asked which deficiency causes variegate porphyria, variegate porphyria is formed by protoporphyrinogen oxidase. Protoporphyrinogen oxidase causes variegate porphyria. Now, which deficiency causes protoporphyria? Protoporphyria is caused by ferrochelatase deficiency, or also called as heme synthase deficiency. Ferrochelatase or heme synthase deficiency causes protoporphyria. Then we have one more classification of porphyria, which is very important. We can classify all the porphyrias into hepatic porphyria and then cutaneous porphyria or erythropoietic porphyria. Okay, so if you see, hepatic porphyria include acute intermittent porphyria. Then we have 5-aminolevulinic acid deficiency, 5-aminolevulinic acid dehydratase deficiency causes hepatic porphyria. Then hereditary coproporphyria causes hepatic porphyria. Then variegate porphyria causes hepatic porphyria. Then we have porphyria cutanea tarda. Porphyria cutanea tarda will cause hepatic porphyria. Then if you see cutaneous or erythropoietic porphyria include, we have number 1, erythropoietic protoporphyria will cause cutaneous or erythropoietic porphyria. Then congenital erythropoietic porphyria. Congenital erythropoietic porphyria will cause cutaneous or erythropoietic porphyria, and X-linked sideroblastic anemia causes erythropoietic porphyria. Now, what is the next difference? These are the examples. Now, in hepatic porphyria, you will see the symptoms. So, the symptoms of hepatic porphyria include, you will see presence of abdominal pain. The patient will have vomiting, acute neuropathy will be there, and the patient develops seizures, that is one of the CNS manifestation, and there will be muscle weakness, and even the patient will develop psychiatric manifestations like hallucinations or depression, or the patient will develop anxiety or paranoia. Okay, and the patient will also develop autonomic disturbances, like he will develop hypertension, tachycardia, he will develop constipation and arrhythmias, and he will also develop sweating. Okay, then if you see in cutaneous or erythropoietic porphyria, the main symptom is photosensitivity. The main symptom is photosensitivity. Along with photosensitivity, he will also develop blisters on the skin. There will be itching, and there will be maxillopapular rash. Okay, the maxillopapular rash will be there, and he will also develop some maxillopapular rash. There will be no abdominal pain. All these symptoms will not be there here. And there are two important things, sir. There are two one-liners which are important. We have two hepatic porphyrias. What are the two hepatic porphyrias affecting skin? The two hepatic porphyrias affecting skin are: one, we have hereditary coproporphyria. Hereditary coproporphyria will affect the skin, and even variegated porphyria will also affect the skin. Then, if you were asked which porphyria, one porphyria, we have porphyria cutanea tarda. This porphyria cutanea tarda is a hepatic porphyria, and it has no neuropsychiatric manifestation. It has no neuropsychiatric symptom. And this has, though it is a hepatic porphyria, it has only skin symptoms. Then we have the next one, X-linked sideroblastic porphyria, sideroblastic anemia, which is an erythropoietic porphyria. It has no skin symptoms, and though it is erythropoietic porphyria, it has no skin symptoms and no neuropsychiatric symptoms. Okay, so these are important points about the porphyria. Thank you for watching.